Hey everybody, what's up? And welcome back to Some Real Talk. I'm your host, Maya Vanette. I'm so excited. We have an amazing show for you guys today featuring Deshawn Goncalves. Now, you may remember him from making it to the top 10 of this season's American Idol. He's getting real about the moment in his life that changed his life and the new project he's got coming out later this year. Oh yeah, we're about to get real about it all. But before we do, check him out.
I just wanna satisfy you. You're not mine, I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, babe? Love me now, or I'll go crazy. Whoa, sweet thing. Oh, you know you're my everything. Whoa, sweet thing. Sweet baby. Girl, you know you're my everything. You are my fire, baby. Oh, baby, I love you.
Oh yeah, he can definitely sing, but let's see how well he can talk. Please welcome to Some Real Talk, Deshawn Goncalves.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Deshawn Goncalves, and I'm here.
Thank you so much for being with us. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm just checking some stuff off of my list, getting some music done. Doing my thing.
We love someone who gets things done.
Yeah, you have to. That's what it's about.
So let's just jump right into it. How has your life changed since you've been on American Idol?
Oh my gosh, it's changed drastically. I went on the show, lived my dream, and I'm still living my dream. Like I'm in contact and I'm working with so many different people that I've always dreamed of working with, and it's just all coming together. And I hadn't really realized how I'm really walking in the things that I asked God for. But it's just amazing to really just see how it all just came together.
So, starting from the very beginning of that Idol journey, in your initial audition, you brought a tear to Lionel Richie's eye, and Katy Perry called you magic. I think for viewers in that moment, that's when we realized you were something special. But tell us, at what point in your life did you realize you were something special?
Oh man. The point that I realized that I had something special, I would say it would be when people would come up to me after I would sing and they would tell me how much I just moved them, like how much I brought them to tears and just made them feel. That's when I really realized that I had a gift, because you have people who sing and they just won't really touch anyone, but to realize that I have that gift. And it probably happened when I was in about eighth grade, is when I started to hear that back. So I was really still a young child. So I think that really set the dynamic for everything that I did after that.
Eighth grade. So, if eighth grade is when you realized that your singing was something special, like how old were you when you first started singing?
All right, so I've been singing most of my life, well, pretty much all of my life, because my grandmother, she was a choir director in the church, and she had me in my robe every Sunday. I was up in the choir stand getting my sing on. So that's where I got my start. But I didn't really start to take singing seriously until the seventh grade, when I had a music teacher named Joyce Kane, and I was in her choir, and she actually started to teach me how to play the piano as well. But she would tell me like, "You have a voice, and you're going to use it. And you're going to get on this stage, sing this song." And that's what I needed. It was like a push for me to really start believing in my gift.
Leave it to a teacher. Teachers are so inspiring. I've had teachers in my life who I look back on, and you think to
Hmm.
yourself, oh, if I hadn't had this teacher, would not be the person that I am.
Exactly. Yeah. Teachers are really important.
So when you're not pursuing music, what are you doing? Like, how do you spend your free time? Who is
I
Deshawn?
spend, man, I spend my time with my family, just relaxing and just being that kid when I can. I like to be with my family, my siblings, my mom, and just everyone.
So how would you describe yourself as a person?
Very relaxed. Very relaxed, outgoing. I like to have fun, like to try new things, adventurous, um, very giving, very kind-hearted.
So you were a straight A student in high school. You graduated at the top of your class, got a full
Mhm.
ride to Jackson State University. So
Yes, I did.
clearly you're brilliant. But how do you balance pursuing music with everything else you have going on in your life?
Whew. It's a task. And, it's a hard task, but I'm still learning how to balance everything. How to give everything the attention that it needs in order for it to prevail. That's the real test of it all, just kind of balance everything. But I really just try to take the necessary time throughout the day, but I'm learning to make sure I give my time to myself to make sure that I'm okay so that everyone else around me will be okay.
That's a word right there. I think people would really benefit from, like, what's an example of how you can give time to yourself?
Man, it can be just me just taking a walk by myself or just taking a nap or, just taking some alone time, maybe going shopping or taking myself out to eat or
I
just sitting
love
at the piano and just singing.
Okay, not all of us can do that, but like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy you can.
yeah. It took a long time for me to learn how to do it. So
Jumping back to Idol though, we learned a lot about your story on Idol, some of the struggles you faced in your life from, maybe your dad going away when you were younger and just acting out in school, but you managed to turn your life completely around. For somebody who was maybe in a similar position as you, a young person who might be on the risk of going down that wrong path, what advice would you give them that you took when you were turning your life around?
I would tell them first and foremost to never stop.
Mhm.
I think that when you're going through those type of things, the bad things that you do kind of stem from a place of giving up in a sense. But I would just tell them to be positive and to just be patient and work through those tough times because it always gets better on the other end. You just have to be positive and it really starts in your mind. You have to have the right mindset. Success is really about the mindset that you have, and that'll carry you a long way because that's what really got me to where I am now. My mindset of just never stopping and just going full force toward the things that I want. Like if you have a life or a vision that has come to you in some shape or form, whether a dream or just something that you see that you want to do or to accomplish, you can really do it. And like I'm a living testimony that like I didn't know that I was going to be doing these things for real, but I really believe that I could do it, and I just put certain things in place so that I could be able to work these things out and get to where I am now. So just keep going, believe in yourself, and keep a positive mindset.
And so when did this all start for you? Because we learned a little bit about your upbringing on Idol, the struggles that you might have faced, but at what point in your life did you decide to turn it all around and become a straight A student that would lead you to get a scholarship, that would lead you to do all of these amazing things?
I would say that it was when my father came back to my life. He was like the missing piece, and he gave me that support that I needed in that moment, and it was just like, okay, I have all the pieces now. I can do what I set out to do, what I really want to do. Because I've always had the vision growing up as a kid. Like I always had like an elevated mindset. I always wanted better through everything that I went through. I always knew that there was more out there and just better things out there for me. So when my dad came back around, it was like, okay, I can really buckle down and focus and get this stuff together, which is what I did, and I'm very proud of it.
It sounds like you are very family oriented. So I actually want to ask you some questions about your Idol family. Us Idol viewers, we were blessed to see so many just really cute pictures of this season's Idol cast members hanging out outside of just singing. You guys went to Disney, you were at restaurants, you guys looked like you were just having a fun time. So are there
We were.
any like behind the scenes memories that you can share with us, or just fun moments you got to share with the Idol cast?
Abs- I would say the moment that pertains to that would be on Easter Sunday. Um, Hannah and her family, they were there in LA at our hotel and everything, and we all had church service on the pool deck. Um, Willie came out, Alyssa came out, and we just sang, and Hannah's father preached the word, and I would say that was the highlight of that type of thing. You know,
The whole season seemed like a moment, and we got to really watch you come out of your shell on stage. That was some of the feedback that you were getting from judges, that they wanted you to own the whole stage. So,
Mhm.
what would you say, maybe in addition to that, are some lessons you took away from your time on Idol this season?
My time on Idol, it really pushed me to try new things and step out of my box of, what I would normally do as an artist and a performer. And it really just made me better. So, just doing things that I just normally wouldn't do because a lot of things can come out of that, stepping out of your comfort zone. I really grew from all of that constructive criticism throughout the season.
So, being on American Idol is a dream, not only for you, but for millions of people. And you made that dream come true. So, now that that dream is kind of checked off the list, can you share what are some other dreams that you have that you want to accomplish in
Other
the future?
dreams. Listen, I want to do it all. I plan on being on Broadway, headlining a show on Broadway, winning a number of Grammys. I want it all. I want to act. I want to model. I want to do everything. If it's in the realm of entertainment, I want to do it. I'm going to do it actually. So yeah,
And that's the mindset. That's the mindset that you need to have.
yeah,
Not, I think I can do it, but I'm going to do it.
yeah. That's really what it's about. And it's been a recurring theme in my life. Me just saying that I'm actually going to do something and doing it, then it really just happening. It's like American Idol. Say, okay, I'm going to go on here, I'm going to be on TV, I'm going to do a good job, and we'll see what comes from it. That's what I did, and it's working.
I think your story is really powerful because a lot of people may have dreams, but if you
Mhm.
don't accomplish a dream right away, if you don't go viral right away or get signed with your first song, some people might give up on that dream, but a dream, it takes a long time
It
to come
does. It does. And my dream has been into play my entire life. So these things are not just things that I just woke up one day and just like, I want to get on TV. No, like years of preparation and training really to get to where I am musically and even to be able to speak with you here in this manner. That took years of preparation to be able to get here. So, and I've been told no plenty of times. Like I've auditioned for other shows and they're like, I don't think you're a good fit. And I was like, okay. But I kept at it and I just got better. And, now we're here.
Wait, you auditioned for other shows and they told you with your voice, no?
Yeah, they did. So when I was auditioning for the other shows, it was around the time, I don't remember if it was before or after I performed at the Apollo Theater. Um, it was around that time. I think it was a little bit after. But yeah, I think my voice was pretty mature. Of course, I had a lot of growing to do vocally, but I think that I would have been able to help hold my own back then. But in God's time, the right show came around.
That's a perfect segue into my next question. I was going to ask you, describe your experience at the Apollo for us.
Oh my gosh. I will say that being at the Apollo was definitely my favorite time on stage ever. So being there, like, so my thing is like so many greats have been on that stage and have gotten their starts on that stage. And to go there as young as I was, I think I was 16, I think. But to go there and to do well, I won a competition there 2 times. So to go, to win, to hear the crowd calling my name, and just to have that love, and just knowing that the people that I look up to were once on that stage where I performed, just meant the world to me. And yeah, I just plan on continuing to do that type of stuff.
So we're coming near the end of our time. I have to ask, are there any post-idol projects, any projects in general you can tell us about that you're working on?
Yes, I'm working on the EP. It'll be out before the end of the year.
That's so exciting. Is it
Yes, I'm really
original
excited.
songs or covers?
Original songs, all original material.
You heard it here. He's about to come out with all original new material, and I know all the Idol fans, myself included, cannot wait to hear.
I cannot wait for you guys to hear it.
So there's one question I always end interviews with. So, Deshawn, to the people who watched you on Idol or have been supporting your journey, the folks in the hometown, the people all across the country, what message do you want to leave your supporters with?
I would like to say, first of all, just thank you for supporting me And I would like to tell you to always chase your dreams, never stop, go at it full force, and to believe in yourself and just believe in God, and He'll carry you through. You'll be all right through whatever that you may encounter. You'll be just fine.
You can watch his performances from American Idol on YouTube, follow him on social media, and you heard it here, his EP is coming out at the end of the year. Thank you so much for being here with us today on Some Real Talk.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And that's a wrap for today's show. Thank you so much to our special guest, Deshawn. He was amazing to have on the show, and you are amazing for watching. Whether this is your first time watching Some Real Talk or your 10th time, thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. If you enjoyed this week's video, I hope you consider clicking that like button and maybe subscribe as well so you never miss another interview with a star on the rise. I look forward to reading your comments down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep it real.